Life is a journey, not a destination. These words perfectly sum up the very essence of a cruiser motorcycle. After all, it's not the adrenaline pumping performance or about sporty dynamics. A true blue cruiser is about relaxed, easy riding and the lure of the long open road. And that's exactly what the new Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650 is about.
And so here it is, finally, the all-new Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650, the latest cruiser from Royal Enfield. Now the Super Meteor name is of course not all new. Royal Enfield had a Super Meteor 700 which was manufactured from 1956 to 1962 in England, and this one of course for the 21st century is the Super Meteor 650. Yes, it's based on the 650 Twins platform, so shares the same engine with the Interceptor 650 and the Continental GT 650. But apart from that, everything else is brand new. So brand new chassis, brand new swing arm, brand new suspension, brand new wheels and tires, and of course brakes. And this one, the Super Meteor 650, is now the flagship model in Royal Enfield's lineup.
The Super Meteor 650 isn't the first cruiser in Royal Enfield's modern history. It follows the Thunderbird from the beginning of the millennium, which was preceded by the Lightning 535 from the 1990s, the biggest capacity cruiser from Royal Enfield. That is, up until now. And the Super Meteor 650 is absolutely gorgeous. It definitely has presence, looks quite big, but will not intimidate anyone. The stance, the proportions, the design and details all go hand in hand to complement Royal Enfield's flagship product. Apart from the engine, which is shared with the Interceptor 650 and the Continental GT 650, everything all is pretty much all new. Up front, the LED headlight is the first in the 650 Twins family, as are the upside down front forks, which again is from SHOWA, underscoring the premium components. There's a smattering of brushed aluminium as well. On the switchgear, triple clamp and the fuel filler lid also looks finished in high quality. The wheels are alloys, shod with tubeless tires, and no, wire-spoked options aren't available. The instrument console is shared with the Meteor 350 and it gets the triple navigation pod alongside. The Naked is the base variant, and there's also a Tourer variant which comes with a standard windshield, touring seat and a pillion backrest. And there's option of customizing the Super Meteor further with a long list of genuine motorcycle accessories. In all, it definitely oozes quality and perhaps is the best built Royal Enfield motorcycle so far.
Yes, just look at it. It's low slung, stretched out, and it's got the typical cruiser stance. If you're into cruisers, new Super Meteor 650 will certainly appeal to you in the way it looks. And being the flagship model, it's got some premium touches as well, like brushed aluminum finish on the switchgear. It's got brushed aluminum finish on the headlight bezel, headlight stays, the triple clamp, all very nice and premium looking. And of course it gets span adjustable levers, both the brake lever and the clutch lever. And the riding position, typical cruiser, you sit with feet forward position, the handlebar is wide and it's quite comfortable to sit on. But how does it ride really? That's the main question. So let's go find out.
straight away the Super Meteor 650 feels familiar. Because it shares the same 648cc engine with its siblings. It is smooth, refined and responsive, with the same output, although the engine map has been tweaked to suit the character of the bike. Compared to its siblings, it's a little reluctant to hit triple-digit speeds in a hurry, and that's because the Super Meteor 650 is heavier than its siblings. Out on the open road, there's no dearth of performance to cruise steadily. And on a test route with beautiful empty roads, it's quite an enjoyable companion to have.
Yes, the Super Meteor 650 has got familiar performance. Of course, it's very refined at 650cc parallel twin, but of course this one is considerably heavier than the Interceptor 650 and the Continental GT 650. So from the get-go, it doesn't feel as quick or as eager as those other two siblings. Now, in terms of performance, I saw a speedo indicated top speed of about 155 kilometers per hour. You can sit all day at 120, 130, no problems. If you want to go beyond that for high-speed overtakes, you can go beyond that as well. But what does bother you is the wind blast. 100, 110, 120, no problem. Beyond that, the wind blast does become little bothersome, especially if you're going on a long ride over hours and hours on the highway. Now, this one also comes with a windshield. The tourer version also comes with a windshield. But to me, with the windshield, there's a lot of wind buffeting on the helmet, which makes it very noisy. I'd rather not have the windshield and have that wind blast than really opt for that windshield version. Brakes work quite well, quite nice stopping power, and it remains planted, quite stable. We of course have only sweeping curves here, but it's stable, very planted, handling no problems whatsoever. Only thing is that suspension is tuned slightly on the stiffer side. Over broken roads, if you go over broken roads, maybe that could be a spot of bother, particularly if you carry a pillion on board. But overall, if you're into cruisers, no dearth of performance, no dearth of refinement. So all plus points there.
The Super Meteor 650 looks great, exudes a level of quality that's definitely worth talking about, and is certainly a very desirable motorcycle. In fact, this is the one motorcycle which could very well revive interest in the cruiser segment, and possibly even make it one of the most popular models in its segment here in India and around the world.
So should you be considering the new Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650? If you're a cruiser lover, you don't want to spend an exorbitant amount of money, then you can certainly look at the Super Meteor 650. Of course, we've ridden it only in these open highways. We haven't ridden it in traffic. We haven't ridden it in pothole-infested roads. So we'll reserve our full judgment till we actually get to test ride it in real-world conditions, right in the city, in traffic, and in bad roads and whatnot. And also, if you want to get back into motorcycling, you want a cruiser, you want to ride it on a weekend, go for a short breakfast ride with your friends, you don't want to spend a lot of money, you can certainly look at the Super Meteor 650. It rides well, it feels great, engine is refined, performance is great. And if you're already a 650 owner, an Interceptor 650 specifically, if you feel your pillion rider complains a lot because of its uncomfortable riding position, this one for short blasts will give you more pillion comfort than even the Interceptor 650, because the riding position, the foot peg position, the triangle of the pillion is much more comfortable in the Interceptor 650. So even if you are considering upgrading within the family from an Interceptor 650 to a Super Meteor 650, you can certainly take a test ride and then decide whether you want to buy it or not. But as a do-it-all motorcycle, if you want to do commuting, you want to go on a weekend ride, you want to go on a long ride, we'll reserve that judgment till we actually get to test it in real world conditions. But as a cruiser, it certainly ticks all the right boxes.
With a starting price of just under 3,50,000 rupees ex-showroom for the base variant, the Super Meteor 650 certainly makes for an attractive proposition. And it's not just a desirable mid-size cruiser, but even as a leisure motorcycle that looks great, rides well, and will be an enjoyable companion for a weekend outing in the suburbs. All great qualities if you ask us, to relax, unwind, and take it easy on this journey called life.